Look who's back.
Hello again.
Where have you been?
All over.
All over?
Yeah.
Well, you've been in jail for a long time, right?
Yes, and then had a brief stint at the Casa del Lobo. I wasn't feeling too good. So I checked myself in for a minute.
You've been gone for a long time. It's been like 8 or 9 months, I think. I missed you.
I missed you more. I missed you too. I really do.
The hardest part was not knowing where you were, Rebecca.
I think about how frustrating it must feel for you.
What's that?
Just always giving and giving, and yet, what do you get out of it, you know? I'm sure it really flusters you.
I'm used to it.
Same.
I'm tough.
Same-ish.
I'm glad to see you. You just got out of the hospital today.
Yes, I did.
What is it, like 10 o'clock?
What time is it?
10 o'clock.
Let me see.
10 p.m.
Perfect.
10 o'clock. How have you been is the question.
Mostly bored and frustrated. I'm
You wanna take off your
ready.
glasses? Take off your glasses, Rebecca. Thank you.
I'm fully ready to become a woman, and yet there's some roadblocks in the way. I'm just really ready to commit to a complete sex change, a complete change in general. I'm ready to elevate those that have been with me on this journey. And I apologize for being a self-centered, good-for-nothing brat. And I'm ready to get to work on what needs doing. And this town needs fixing. What happened to Hollywood? It's not just old Hollywood glamour, as they say, but what happened to that je vive, you know,
How old are you now?
25.
You're 25.
Yeah, well, on the second cusp of that year, so I'm hoping I can go from 0 to hero, or, well, actually from hero to 0, but you know.
And you're clean right now, right?
Am I clean?
Well, you've been in jail or in the hospital for
I suppose I'm clean.
6, 7, 8 months. Is this the sober Rebecca I'm seeing today?
Sober-minded Rebecca.
You're speaking more slowly, so that tells me that you're at least semi-clean.
I'm just genuinely flustered maybe right now. I feel like my future is up in arms, so to speak, and I'm ready to improve myself. I'm ready to put in the work. If the work is ready to receive me, I'd do anything to work it. I'd do anything to work for it.
I think a new environment would probably be good for you.
That isn't Skid Row, you mean?
That isn't the streets, that isn't Skid Row, that isn't even West Hollywood. Having something that stimulated you, having some friends around, some people you connected with, could be very helpful. Because you have nobody, right? You have no friends.
I do and I don't.
No, but I mean real friends.
I'd love to have a friend or a coworker or anyone. I know I'm not. I don't want to make an excuse about it, though. It's my fault. I'm very used to being alone, I guess.
Yeah, you get used to it. How many years have you been living like this?
About 2, maybe 3 years.
Yeah, that's a long time. You get used to anything in 2 or 3 years.
True.
I think a new environment, though, you know, maybe a work environment, something that you were stimulated by, could be great for you.
I'm ready to stimulate and or stimulus the senses. Sorry, I just feel very numb right now.
What were you in the hospital for?
I was just feeling very depressed. Thinking of ending my life. I don't really want to do that anymore. So I'm sorry that was a real act of selfishness right there. Because I'm very grateful for a lot of good that is done for me, a lot of good that wants to come with me.
No, you have no idea the amount of positivity you get from the viewers that watch your videos on my channel.
People are always really nice to me when they meet me.
I think you're one of the most loved interviewees on my channel. I think you've grown on everyone. Put up videos of a lot of people, but I think you're everyone's favorite, or a favorite of a lot of people at least.
I love you all more and back. And whatever it is that you want to see from me, I could be a show pony, if that's what you desire.
No, I just want you to be happy.
I want you all to be happy. I want to satisfy you. I want to cater to you. I want to be your slave to love. Remember that song?
I do.
Slave to love. Yeah.
I think more than anyone I've met, you have a tremendous amount of potential, Rebecca.
Thank you. Thank you.
As a friend, as a creative person, as an artist, you have so
I
much
agree with
to
that.
offer you.
I'm ready to do that now. Yeah. I have to make the first push, apparently. I've been waiting my whole life for someone to do it for me.
It'll take a combination of things. You probably need a nice break from someone.
I'll take any opportunity that will come to me.
Well, the main thing, in order to keep that path open, would be to stay away from the drugs.
It's not the drugs, it's the
Boredom?
environment. Boredom, yes, it's the boredom. It's the boredom, truly.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a dancing with myself. I know I'm trying to revive this dead notion of grandeur.
It's okay.
I know it's okay, as long as you're okay. I'm fine.
I missed you.
I missed you too. I missed you. I wouldn't say more, but I missed you too. We just haven't spent enough time together for me to
Understand.
miss you more. You know what I mean? And never if we could actually socialize. It's just you always seem so frustrated.
I'm very elusive. No, but when you're super high, I just can't spend much time with you.
Why?
Because you make me crazy.
Why?
You're just so chaotic and out of control. You take over the entire interaction. You're like a tornado. You're like the Tasmanian devil. And I can't have a thought to myself because you're just so out of control. And that's always when you're super high.
Yeah, it's just because I don't know. I tend to. It's a habit of mine, but I've always been that way. It's like you know, you go into someone's house and you kind of like raid their fridge, and I'm ready to stop doing that. I'm ready to like bow down in gratitude to everyone and everything. I'm ready to take that slice of humble cherry pie and see if it'll have me back, because I'm so grateful and I love you all and I love it all so much. I love it all too much to just let it go. I threw it all away. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. And that was to spread it.
And I'm not blaming you for it, but it's your lack of community, a lack of stimulation.
Your lack of.
I need all that desperately.
Yeah, as I was driving down here to meet you, I was thinking, like, what does Rebecca need?
Thank you for coming, by the way. Thank you. Why, you know.
I think what Rebecca needs is a friend, maybe a few solid friends, and a place to look forward to going every morning, like a job,
Sure, yes.
a career.
I just really think all my problems will be solved when I transition.
You think that's the answer?
I know it's the answer.
What would you rather have? What would you rather have? A sex change or a career that you're into and that is challenging and stimulating?
Both would come into each other.
No. But you can only have one or the other. Which one would you want?
Both.
All right. You win.
When you smoke, you don't talk while you smoke. You inhale and exhale.
So I don't get the whole sex change thing. No, but I look at you and you're what do you call it? A cis male? Is that what it's called? You're a male. You have something between your legs like I do.
I know, which I'm ready to chop off. You said too much blood.
I just see you as a super interesting male with a lot of talent and potential.
Then you haven't seen me properly as a woman because I haven't properly expressed that. Truly. I think as a man, I'm impish and weak and I make excuses. As a woman, I'm very defensive, I think, of my femininity or of my ways. I think honestly all I've been doing is just at the beginning of Nymphomaniac when the mother is playing her deck of cards as the two little girls are playing leapfrog in the tub or whatever. It's what I feel like right now. I love Jo. She's incredible. Charlotte Gainsbourg played her really well.
I'm sorry?
She reminds me of the goddess Persephone.
Who's that?
Persephone, the goddess. She's the devil's daughter, or is misinterpreted as his wife. Perception. Can you imagine? So I wonder when Demeter delivers her. I suppose she'd be delivered. So I guess it begins. Persephone. Once when a girl I was at a club and she said her name was Persephone. Well, she said Persephone. She's like, why don't you have an EBT card? I'm like, I don't eat, sleep, or drink as a woman. But that little boy inside of me, he's gonna grow up to be something way bigger than we anticipated. I just hope that I'm deserving of my role in this experience.
You are.
I'm very sorry. No, I have to apologize.
Okay.
I've been a lazy, good-for-nothing bum, and I'm sorry.
No, but it's up to you to change that. And if you did, I can guarantee you, everyone would forgive you in a second.
Exactly. So can we get me in touch with, I don't know, a doctor, the State Department? Just anything to solidify me as an American woman, because that's what I feel I am. I'm an American woman.
I've heard the state of California makes it easy.
Does it?
Yeah, I think so.
I would love it if they did. X. Madame X. That's the name of Madonna's last album. You ever seen that portrait, Madame X? I think it was John Singer Sargent. You ever seen that with the chair? Who knows? Reminds me of my friend Evelyn. You know, Dakota Johnson's gonna be, she's doing Marvel now, Madame Web. Remember I was in Venice once, and I was just walking
it's up
around
to you
and
to change
I had
that.
on one of those
And if you
Palestinian
did,
kind of houndstooth.
I can guarantee you, it would take everyone about half
head
a
covering.
second to forgive
And
you.
someone tells me you're caught in a web of lies. That's true. Do you really want to make me cry? I'm shaking in my boots. The potential that our future has for us.
I think the thing to remember here is that you're very young.
Am I? Mm-hmm. Am I?
You are.
Can I accept that?
Yeah, it's up to you, but you are very
I
young.
feel like I'm more inexperienced than I am young. 25, that's a
No,
number.
your understanding of fashion, popular culture, is impressive.
Very untrue. I can speak eloquently.
of like culture and there's a few thousand people that have cried before you in that show.
I get people. I understand people. I know how to cater to people's desires. It's like Janet Vreeland said, you gotta know what people want before they want it.
It's a great skill.
I think what you want from me is a pariah. Should I be crying? I really want to cry.
You haven't cried here yet.
You haven't given me the space to cry.
Yes, I have.
Make me cry. Make me cry.
Tell me about your mom.
Which one?
The one I just showed you the photo of.
Oh, birth mother. I'm grateful for the responsibility that I got from that. To love myself. Poor her.
When's the last time you talked to her?
Oh, it's been years.
That photo of you with her was probably when you were a teenager, right?
9.
What?
9, 8, 9,
Nine?
yeah.
You look much older.
I always got that. Il m'avait.
You probably had a full beard at 9 years old.
Not by the hairs on my chinny chin chin. I don't want to be a man anymore. I just don't know how to take the first step. I went to a clinic and they were like, oh, you need to like apply for insurance or something like that. I'm like, yeah, but I'm homeless and broke.
Yeah, right.
Insurance.
I think that's how it works.
I think I'm trying to give out the insurance that I will be everything for all of you. Make you all like stars or diamonds or just grateful to have me around.
Everyone's grateful to have you around.
I'm grateful for everyone, for every single last person. I really am.
No, but if you were serious about having that surgery, which I don't understand, but
I am very serious about it.
okay. Then I'm just going to play along. Because that's what you say you want. You're not going to be able to walk into an office and get that surgery while you're high as a kite. No one's going to be like, sign here and we'll do it. You understand?
Sign here?
No, when you're in that frame of mind,
Oh, isn't there a deal you can make in this town?
no, nobody, including me, is going to say sure because you're too high.
What happened to Hollywood, baby? Sex, drugs, rock and roll. What happened to all that? Soylent Green? Are you sure? 1984, really? Are we really going to compromise? See, this is why I should have been born in the 80s. I should have done this in the 80s.
Yeah, but when you tell me you want a sex change and you're in this frame of mind, I
All
kind
I
of buy
want
it.
is a sex change. But is that a woman to you? Sobering?
I'm sorry?
There are bad girls out there, you know what I mean? Who can have it all. Have your cake and eat it too. Let them eat cake. You know, they serve it down at the mission every day. Huge cakes. Huge cakes.
I didn't know. I've never eaten there.
You never even been down there?
Well, I've been there.
Have you been inside?
Yeah, I have.
What did you think of it? I haven't been inside.
I was impressed by how professional it all was. They put out a nice spread for everybody.
Put on a nice spread, Ashton Kutcher. This ping pong, however. Love, sex, or marriage? Pick one.
Love.
Love. See, I usually go with sex or marriage. Because love is innate, you know what I mean? Sex is aggressive. Marriage is a default to me. I prefer marriage, actually.
I think being married to someone you don't love would be horrible.
No, if you're married to someone, you love them de facto. You wouldn't marry someone if you didn't love them or love their
No, you're right.
assets. And if you love someone's assets, you love their taste. If you love their taste, then you must
No,
love
but
them
if you
somewhere.
love somebody, marriage very often
Well,
follows.
Anna Nicole Smith really did kiss him, you know what I mean? She really did kiss him on the lips.
You think Anna Nicole Smith
I love her.
loved her husband?
Actually, yes.
She probably did. People love to be judgmental about those kind of relationships, but
An older man and a younger woman.
he was very old and wealthy. She was very young and, sexy, I guess. And I'll bet you they had some. I mean, he knew exactly what he was doing, and so did she. They both understood each other, and I'll bet they had a good time.
You ever seen that movie, The Disappearance of Eleanor Rigby?
Never.
I think Jessica Chastain is fabulous. I remember I met her and she was wearing shades. I think I shook her hand or something. Missy Pyle, too. She was in, it was Alex Rider. She was in Stormbreaker. Celebrity. I love celebrity.
I know you do.
You know I do.
Who's your favorite celebrity this week?
Celebrity or famous person?
Same thing.
Celebrity?
Same thing.
See, I would always...
Who's your favorite person?
Who's my favorite person? Favorite three people: Mary-Kate Olsen, Ashley Olsen, Rachel Zoe.
You mentioned them a lot.
Apparently I do. I'm trying to ensure that we keep their name up there where it belongs.
It's been a couple years now, and you're still enamored with them, those women.
Very true.
And that says a lot about your consistency, and
I suppose.
I guess you don't change your opinion every week, like some girls.
Opinion. I just have to apologize for completely having wasted so much time, and I'm ready to get back into the grind of it. But I am sorry.
Are you going to get high tonight? Now that you're free on the streets again? Can you take off the glasses, please? Are you going to get high tonight?
Are you gonna get high tonight?
I am not going to get high tonight.
Well, then I suppose I'll get low. Would you rather I slit my throat or slit my wrists?
Neither.
No, be honest.
Neither.
I'm an intolerable human being. I'm an intolerable human being.
No, you're not.
Intolerable cruelty, you ever see that
See,
one?
what I've learned after all these interviews, doing all these talks, is the issue that we really need to talk about. Instead of drugs, instead of mental health. I mean, sometimes it's a chemical imbalance, and that's a different story. But the real issue behind almost every one of these talks is self-worth.
True.
Because if you don't believe you deserve all the things you've talked about, which is really just happiness and fulfillment, You're not going to allow it to happen. You're not going to do what's required for it to happen. You're not going to accept it if it falls into your lap.
I'm ready to do that. I'm just waiting for, what is it? Not the other shooter. The other shooter drop.
but just because you want it doesn't mean you believe you deserve it.
Oh no, I do believe I deserve it.
Everybody wants to be a millionaire.
But it's wrong for me to say I'm selfish in this context for some reason, even though I spend all my time alone. But selfishness is such a non-asset to me in my life. And this debacle is back and forth as to what my fate will be. I think other people need to feel deserved of the sort of experience that I would provide. Sasha Grey, The Girlfriend Experience. Steven Soderbergh. Was it 2011 or 2013? 2013. 2013 was an interesting year. 2022. I have high hopes for 2023. And 2024. And then 2026, and we're all done with our mission statement. I know some guy who just died. It's okay.
Where would you like to be in 5 years?
W Magazine, The Row, as a consultant. I'd also like to maybe creative direct something, some clubs, maybe theater, something to do with movement, so maybe dance, bring dance more to the forefront.
In New York or LA?
Both. But when you said New York, something just ticked, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to get back to New York properly, but I need to stay here in LA because
You seem like a New York person to me.
I'm very much a New York person. Although when I was in New York, I was scared shitless. I don't know, it's kind of like Chicken Little. I went through a really weird hermit experience.
But being scared like that is a compass telling you what you should be doing.
That's so true. I'm just afraid of, it's not making it. It's that other people would hinder me making it. So if any opportunity were to open its doors wide, I'm gonna be like, yes, of course. I wouldn't deny it. But I mean, I didn't go to college. No matter what, I'll never have a period, so I'll never fully be the woman that they are.
You're still cute. You're actually more...
Adorable. Adorable.
You're adorable when you're
adorable.
off the drugs.
What a little fucking puppy pawn to be preyed upon and laughed at and chrome hearts. When was the last time you ever really fell in love?
Probably about 7 years ago. No, 7 plus 5. So, is that 12 years?
Real love?
Yeah,
12.
12. Yeah, 12 years. I've fallen in love a few times. My wife was a great one. My first girlfriend was great. No, it's the most magical shit on earth.
I'd love to be a wife. You know, I've never even been on a date. I really am like a virgin. I'd love to meet love or find love and to give it back and forth. Real love. Not that schmaltzy, sticky shit, but like real tiger.
You been in love before?
Yes. Yes, I have. Let's just say 3 men, and of them all, Xenia Deli, though, always gets the 4th. So we're waiting on number 4. 3 men who equally and dignifiedly bashed themselves in public at my, at the behest of my undoing. A Caesar salad, a pizza, and some olives. Caesar, Brutus, and Mark Antony. But my heart wasn't for them. My heart belongs to Daddy. So wherever Daddy is, Mr. and Mrs. X, I would say. Yeah. Tragic, I know, tragic. But he's somewhere out there, my soulmate. I can feel it.
There's a saying that goes, it's better to love than be loved. What do you think of that?
Is it?
Yeah.
True, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, there's no comparison.
Some of them want to abuse you. Some of them want to be abused. I don't want to be abused. I don't want to feel pain. And I'd love to introduce to human society the idea that pain can be removed. It's science. Nerves. You find the nerve that produces the pain, and you revert it, and you're done. Shout out to Alaska 5000, Alaska Thunderfuck, and Gia Gunn, by the way.
I'm sorry?
Oh, they are 2 drag queens that I love and adore.
Who are they?
We're having a little tour of 4C. Where are they?
Who are they?
Oh, who are they? Alaska Thunderfuck, Alaska 5000 was one of the AAA girls.
I'm sorry, you're speaking so quickly, I can't.
Oh, she's like a bird of prey or like a bird of paradise. She's incredible. I love her.
What's her name again?
Alaska Thunderfuck, Alaska 5000.
Alaska?
Alaska. May I ask you a question? Yes, Alaska. Alaska Thunderfuck. Alaska is in. But anyway, as in snow, ice. And Gia Gunn, who has the studio right here. She's a studio right above the red line.
Really?
Yeah, my favorite quote by her. You lady boy? You lady boy?
I'm not hip on that whole community. I'm sorry.
It's called Bangkok, not Bangkok. I would love to be too. I wonder if they'll ever accept me as one of theirs. I'd love to be a drag queen or a transvestite or a transgender woman in Hollywood, America. I don't want to be a bum bitch little boy anymore.
Well, it seems like there are now so many young men that are blurring the lines between male and female.
So,
Does that work for you, or you want to be a full-out female?
I want to be a full-on woman. Female, the scientific term, woman.
Woman.
I'd love to be a woman. I'm not a girl, not yet a woman, but I'd love to be a woman. Miss Carter Davis said it herself. It takes a lot of balls to be a woman. True grit. I'm not fucking about, fellas.
This has always been your desire?
Yes.
Since you were 6 years old?
Yes, but I didn't know it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, at that age, you don't know anything.
Yeah, it's the duality of things. I didn't even think I was gay. I always knew, and it was fashion. It was just fashion. Everything else was like whatever, love, sex, magic. What magic, you know? We were talking about witchcraft earlier, so. AMC is finally doing a dual show, all of them witches, and the Witches of Mayfair, which says a lot about where we are in a society. Because honestly, there is not one great movie other than Suspiria that gives us a strong, powerful woman witch, even The Craft, you know what I mean? There has to be either, like, it's hard to be evil. My empathy goes towards the evil people in life, because to be evil, not just with a heart of gold, but to be evil, is just to be self-tolerant of pain. It's like good for Kim Kardashian. That's very well done. Could be darker, but good for her. Good for her, you know. It's kind of like Paris or Nikki Hilton, who I think is, if I'm to recommend one interview in life, because I don't like watching interviews and I get bored. She did an interview with W Magazine just after her marriage. And she's very succinct at, like you said, deserving. Because that was the one socialite that everyone's kind of like, ooh, Paris, let's hang her on. She got married in Kensington Palace. It's a big F you to society, you know what I mean? No offense to Paris, who I adore more than anything. But she caught her the big fish. And now it's Nikki Hilton Rothschild. Good for her. She didn't abuse it in any way. But for the first time, I saw her go to the Vanity Fair Oscar party. So, you know. It's kind of like that Kim Kardashian sex tape. It's the Kim Kardashian sex tape of society. An F you to society? Why bother? I'm not trying to step on anyone's toes or anything. I tread very carefully. People don't know this about me. I'm too careful. I wish I could be more reckless, but that's why I spend my time alone.
What do people not know about Rebecca?
Give me an example.
We just assume you're wild and crazy and very creative.
I don't assume these are things you're saying to me, but, you know, thank you.
No, but there are things that...
I'm very vulnerable. I don't mind being insulted by people, but I can be very vulnerable. And I tend to give it away as an asset. Like, use my weakness or my frailty to their advantage to get out of a situation. Whether I'm being attacked or, you know what I mean? If the other day, some guy tried to, like, attack me on the outskirts of West Hollywood, and I just kind of, like, did nothing because I couldn't physically push him off me. And that's where I felt like a complete failure as a human being. But especially as a woman, I felt like, how dare I? He didn't even fully get it in, but I just, like, let him attack me so I could just get away rather than...
You're not a fighter.
I'd love to be, but, you know.
No, but some people are just not meant to fight.
I'm like 3 pounds soaking wet. Oh, no. I'd love to fight. I'd love to fight. And I know how to do it succinctly. I know how to... Punchlines are always really good. Humor. No, humor is the asset.
With your intellect and your sense of humor.
What intellect?
You could,
The last book I read, what was the last book I read?
Impressive.
I'm trying to think.
You can fight with your mind.
Last book I read was Rosemary's Baby. May the force be with. But, you know, I like it rough. I'm just ready to get rid of using my guilt and shame as some kind of a pawn in the game of life. Here I am, begging you, America. Begging you.
For what?
For the right to become an American woman. Will America grant me that wish?
You're more focused on becoming a woman than getting your life or career together.
They're all the same thing. They all come together.
They would?
Yes, they would.
Okay, I understand that. I can't understand the sex change, but if I can get over that hurdle.
Yeah, but there are no women in Skid Row, and you haven't seen me around women. When I'm around women, it becomes more apparent. I just have to really act this way. Sorry, excuse the beard. Thank you again, Mrs. Kasha Davis. That's what they call them, right? Beards. The wife of a dude or the girlfriend of a dude who's into dudes. They're beards.
I'm trying to imagine if you were taking the female hormones.
Yes, I would.
Maybe your voice would change.
It's not just that.
Your beard would probably disappear.
Or all of this would be vastly improved by me becoming a woman. I'm sick of making the excuses. Just honestly, I went to the Trans Wellness Center. They told me that I had to wait 3 weeks to get approval for Medicare, which is 3 weeks almost up.
No, but if you're serious about that,
I'm very serious about that.
the way to go about it is to walk into these offices with a clear head and the ability to fill out a form and stay seated for half an hour or so, and to get through an interview so they can see that you're mentally stable.
I'd love to do that. Exactly.
In the right mind.
Which I am.
Which you are right now. But if I leave you alone tonight, tomorrow you're going to be high as a kite. And you're not going to be able to do anything.
I will. Trust me, I will.
You will what? Get high?
No, I will. I fully commit to the transition.
Take off your glasses, please.
I fully commit to the transition.
No, I understand you commit to the
I
transition.
want to be a woman.
That's easy to say.
I want to do it. I just genuinely am not very good at resources and hunting things down. I don't even have a phone.
No, I get it. But what happens is you get bored, you get bored, you get lonely.
From the loneliness?
And then you need to get high to distract yourself from the...
No, my life has a double-edged
whole
sword.
situation
See,
that you're
it can
in.
be very fun and it can be very dark at times. And when it's dark, I tend to actually lay low and hide and stay sober and do nothing and lay on the side of the road like fucking doing nothing and eating trash pizza. Ew. The fuck? That's the boy in me. A little Roman.
Do you appreciate good food?
I appreciate good company. Yes, I do. I do.
And nice surroundings and good people?
Good energy, better vibes. Hollywood, baby.
You seem like the type of person that would appreciate these things. But then on the other hand, you seem content
Hollywood,
with
baby.
living on the street, like a rat.
Yeah. Like Danielle Bergoli before me. But I don't look like a rat. I kind of look like a monkey dog.
You walk around shoeless half the time.
Yeah, I know, right? It's going to become my calling card, apparently.
And you're wearing a piece of fabric as a dress.
And it is an actual dress. It's a sheer dress.
So
It's like that Drake song.
you ended up in jail
Staring at your dress.
for indecent exposure.
Yeah, but I put on a skirt underneath. It's a white t-shirt.
Yeah, I see that.
The perfect plain white tee.
You know what I thought happened is, so you ended up in jail for indecent
3.
exposure. Is that right?
Maybe 2.5.
That's all?
Yeah, that's all.
It seemed to be all summer. Mm-hmm. You were gone all summer.
I was gone. No, I got in a day before my birthday, or 2 days before my birthday.
When's your birthday?
August 4th.
Yeah, so from summer till...
So from August 3rd or August 2nd through fall, and now we're in winter and spring.
No, and I know you were in there for indecent exposure, which I believe is a sex offense, so that means you need to register. And I thought maybe you didn't register, so maybe you got in trouble because...
Oh, no, I didn't get that.
You didn't get that.
Oh, no, I didn't need to register as a sex offender, and I'm not a sex offender.
Okay.
I haven't had sex in ages, so.
No, but walking around naked will get you a sex offense.
Well, then close, baby. And they fell from heaven, and they knew no sin. Look, there was a parable of 2022. That's duality, see? But we're in 2023 now, so either way. And the duality shifted to a great Platonic stoic. The Menu, Avatar, The Way of Water, Wakanda Forever. Those are the 3 tentpole, they call them tentpole films of this season. Which is a lot about the human spirit, or does it say a lot about me? I don't know. It's not like I'm the one running Hollywood. We were almost there too with the Angeline biopic. But Emmy, you're awesome. Why would you cast her? Ugh. Such a Mary Kate move, but anyway. Good for her. I would have cast Brooke Candy as Angeline. But I love Brooke Candy. You know Brooke Candy?
I don't.
She's a rapper. She's an artist rapper. She's I want things to boom for her. Like, she deserves so much more. She could have been like the Kylie Jenner of rap because of Stephen Klein. But she chose herself again. Her record maybe didn't sell as much as she wanted to, but she just went in it for the process of becoming a star. Hey, do you have a wheelchair handy?
What do you make of this new world we have?
We have a whole new world at our fingertips. We can do whatever we want now.
The whole social media celebrity thing is so crazy.
Is it? I feel like good. They call them influencers, Mark. Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen, influence, coffee table book. A little bird told me that they might have used it to get into Parsons School of Design, or FIT. But, the best of them always drop out first semester. Altu Zara, Alexander Wang, Brooke Candy. Brooke Candy. Anyway, this is me. Welcome to me. Kristen Wiig, 2014. You should watch that movie, Mark. Did you watch that movie? Do you want to tell the story of that movie? Welcome to me. So this crazy girl, she wins the lottery, like Powerball, 100 millions, maybe tens of millions. She meets some guy who does infomercials. And she said she wants to have her own talk show. She comes in on a beautiful swan. Remember we were watching that clip from Black Swan? I love Winona Ryder. She should have won the Oscar. No offense to Natalie Portman, who should have won it for Jackie. Her portrayal in Black Swan, I'm going crazy, it ain't over till the fat lady sings type of shit. I think Winona Ryder should have won it, and she should have won for Jackie. Sorry, pissed off because I'm talking about other people. I'm just trying to solidify that we're in Hollywood, baby, here. What would I do for love? Walk around barefoot, picking up cigarette butts, smoking my girls out of tar pits for the one I love. Tar and feathers. Tar and roses. I still have an unpaid check at Tar and Roses in Venice. So thank you, honestly, mostly to the police department for being very lenient with my behavior sometimes. I shoplifted from a Buffalo Exchange.
The police are nice to you?
Oh, they're very nice to me. They're so good to me. I remember the one time that I got almost detained here for a second, the officer literally gave me his Big Mac, his Egg McMuffin, because I said I was hungry.
That's so nice.
Yeah, they were so nice to me. No, I have nothing against the police. I love the Metropolitan Police. Now it's for British Airways.
These are Skid Row or West Hollywood police?
Oh, West Hollywood Police, because that's West Hollywood Sheriff's Department, not West Hollywood Police. West Hollywood Police, there's about 3 or 4 of them. I know exactly who they are, and they're all men. And I just don't appreciate being in West Hollywood and being told that...
Ironic sirens?
Because West Hollywood think you could identify as whoever you want. Being told explicitly, no, you're a man. I'm like, no, I'm a woman. My past has come up or whatever, how I was raised. I definitely want a fresh start, so my name is Rebecca Olsen. Rebecca Olsen Zoe. I prefer it that way. And I'll model myself after him, like Marilyn Manson. He took Marilyn from Monroe and Manson from Charles. I got Olsen from the Olsen twins. I got Zoe from Rachel Zoe. And Rebecca, well, she'll always be back for more. You seen the movie 13? With Evan Rachel Wood and Nikki Reed?
I haven't.
They have an ecstasy pill on their tongue in the poster, so Drugs, hugs, jugs. Not pugs. Not mugs. No.
You're beautiful.
No, I'm not. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. I'm ugly.
No.
Relax, I'm ugly. I'm okay with it.
You're not ugly. You're beautiful.
I'm okay. You're beautiful. Inside and out. I'm a work in progress. You're beautiful.
See, that's the self-worth that you're struggling with.
It's okay to be ugly. What? I've been on a date my whole life. I've never asked me on a date. I can't even get laid. It's probably because I'm homeless and barefoot and like an idiot, but I like that I'm skinny and I like my lips and I like my eyes. I hate my nose.
You hate your nose?
I hate my nose. I wish I had a more cinched in stomach. So I guess maybe which I'd never get breast implants, but once I start taking my hormones, I would presume that I'd get that hourglass figure. I like my body, but I don't like my ribs. I like my rib cage. I think my nipples are too small. I hate my feet. My feet are my biggest thing, my feet and my nose. So I want to get a foot job and a nose job.
A foot job? What's a foot job?
I want to get my feet decreased by like 3-4 sizes. Victoria Beckham did it.
Come on.
To wear heels, no really. I'm like a size 10, 11, 12. I wish I could.
No, there can't be a surgery.
Yeah, there is, yeah, really. Yeah, podiatrist, yeah.
Make your feet small.
I definitely would. Well, that's all I do apparently is sit around rubbing my feet all day, but anyway. I just love to be a celebrity, Mark. You've already made a star of me. How can we capitalize on that?
No, what do I do with you tonight?
I know, get me to a talent agent. I can sing, I can dance, I can act. I'm very opinionated. Make me a star, Mark. You already kind of have.
I think I already have.
So many people in this city know who I am. They come to, they're like, oh, hi, Rebecca. I'm like, hi. I never know what to say. Because people are so mean in the comments. I always assume it's like, oh, look, it's Rebecca.
No. Not you. Not anymore.
Not anymore. I haven't read the comments. I haven't even seen the videos. I have a tablet that I should charge. Someone gave me that tablet today in exchange for my the flower.
I can do it. In the morning, it'll be charged.
In the morning. In the morning. What I need is a phone again. I know.
I'll get you another phone.
Are you going to really? I love you more. Thank you.
But you're going to lose it.
Fuck you, Mark. I love you. I'm not going to lose that.
Every phone I've given you,
How about if you give me a phone and you drive me to a clinic, because I know the clinic is called the Trans Wellness Center, and we legitimize my sex change and get me a place to stay. And if you need an assistant, I'll work with you, or if you can help me get a job, and I'll work for you for tips, literally.
Maybe somebody will offer you a job.
That would be nice.
Wouldn't that be great?
Wouldn't that be great? I'd love to work at Flaunt. There's a magazine in Hollywood called Flaunt, and they're perfectly like not mid-low level, but like they're not in the fashion, like in the fashion spectrum, they're not Vogue. But I want to make them into like the LA West Coast Vogue. It's kind of like ID, but with fame. And I'd love to just intern there. I mean, Robert De Niro did it in a movie, right? He was like some old dude or whatever. It's like fashion. I didn't think you'd need a college education for fashion. But I'm just ready, willing, and able to do it. It's just that honestly, I'm a bit of a princess and a bit of a brat. And I like things my way. But with fashion, I've learned that, I can assimilate very well. That's all. But no offense, I want the whole world to know this. No offense to Anna Wintour. But Kalina Royce is one of the best careers of all
You
time.
don't really have a good resume right now, I assume.
I don't have a resume. I haven't worked. My resume, What is my resume? Homeless, Skid Row,
These
bum,
videos.
tranny.
These videos on my channel are your
They're my
resume.
resume, yes. It's a disaster. Who would ever hire that?
You got to take a leap of faith.
That I would do.
I've done that with people a lot.
I'm all yours, Mr. DeMille. If you'll have me. You know what my favorite photo in the world is?
I'm sorry?
Favorite of all time, favorite of anything? There's a photo of Melanie Griffith. She just won the Oscar, right? Or whatever. And she's on Hollywood Hills, just seated on top of a limo, smoking a cigarette, holding the Oscar, I think, or was she not? I love Melanie Griffith. Such a shame what happened to her. They're trying to make a movie about lions for like a decade in their house, and then her face got all screwed up. I think she's so beautiful though. She looks like Renee Zellweger. And I love her daughter, Dakota Johnson, although she doesn't look like her at all. She doesn't look like Don Johnson either, but whatever. I love Dakota Johnson. She was in that movie Suspiria. I think she was great. Claire Grace Moretz and and Alaquag. That's three. So that's three witches. Golden Rule. So I guess 26 will be the new 25. So I'm on the other cusp of 25. And I'm ready to... No, not there. Pop ate my heart. He downed it down in one efficient gulp. I want more. I want the future. Fashion. Technology. I want the fame. The fame. The fame.
Rebecca, thank you very much
Thank you very much, Marky Mark.
for staying alive.
You really are the Mark Wahlberg to my Kate Moss. Because that was her come up. She was in the Calvin Klein ad with Mark Wahlberg. It's kind of awkward between them, but like, because they got love for each other, you know what I mean?
We're an odd couple, that's for sure.
We definitely are not a couple, me and you, Mark. My lover. Shh. Yeah.
Don't tell anybody.
I won't tell anyone. Not a soul. Your secrets are safe with my PP.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
All right, Rebecca. I'm glad
But whenever
you're
you
okay.
got that hatchet ready, you know.
Let me figure out what I'm going to do with you tonight.
What are you going to do with me tonight? Ooh, Mark, please. It's been years.
I'm glad you're okay. Great seeing you again.
Saving it for marriage. XOXO. Gossip girl.